I think you have to go to Jayden Quaintance with a plan of how you are going to improve his game. Getting back to Arizona State, and we talk about the roster next year, what everything means moving forward for Bobby Hurley if they don't make the NCAA tournament. It all starts realistically with Jayden Quaintance.
Yeah.
Not going to play tonight. Would be shocked if he played at any point in this tournament. Still kind of waiting to hear what the status is just in terms of his health and his chances of coming back to Arizona State next season. But I think we can all agree that it is single-handedly the most important piece of Bobby Hurley's puzzle for the Sundevils next year.
Yeah. I would say even more important than going and getting another big
I would
name
agree.
in the transfer portal, which is why I don't think it's going to happen. But what does it take to retain him? It's going to be a large combination of things. You're going to have to pony up for sure. But I think the most important thing is ensuring him that there will be a better system for him to thrive in. You're going to take care of him medically. I think if I put myself in Jayden Quaintance's shoes, in Jayden Quaintance's family shoes, I'm less worried about who he's going to play for next year and more worried about how is his body going to be at the start of next season. Because JJ saying Utah Butler tied up in game 1 of the Crown. This is March.
Shannon in the chat, Auburn mentioned.
But with Quaintance, I would just be more worried about, does your lower body injury become an injury that's nagging? How do you get ahead of it? You're probably going to see him sit out for much longer than maybe he would be if he wasn't in such a unique position of, going into being drafted and stuff. It's going to be a tough situation for him.
Yeah. So, but you don't think there's a chance?
I think there's a chance he could come back.
Give me percentages here, math man.
That he could come back?
Math man Rubis.
Yes, I'm known for my math skills.
Yeah. You said it.
I'll give it like a 43.8% chance.
43. Where'd the 0.8 come from?
My gut.
just got a good feeling.
Gut feeling.
The 0.8 in there.
0.8.
What do you think?
0.5 seemed too low.
0.5 seemed too low. Yeah, they had the 0.3. What do you think, Captain Redbeard? Any chance that that Quaintance comes back? Captain Quaintance?
Captain Quaintance.
Kind
of rolls out of the tongue.
It does.
33.
33
Wow.
flat, 33 even. What if you're Bobby Hurley? And this question to both of you guys and everybody in the chat. You're Bobby Hurley. You're having a one-on-one exit interview with Jayden Quaintance at the end of the season, and we're sitting across from the table.
Okay.
I'm Quaintance. You're Bob.
Okay.
Sell me.
So I won a national championship when I played at Duke.
I knew that when I committed, Coach.
Okay. Did I tell you about my time playing for Duke?
You did. So why shouldn't I go to Duke? Because they're in the Final Four.
So when I was a player,
winning a championship at Duke.
Have you seen my ring? Okay, how do I sell you?
How do you sell?
Tempe is beautiful.
It is beautiful. Gonna give me the Kenny approach.
We just had so much money influx from winning the crown.
You can't sell me.
I can't do it.
It's a tough sell. It is absolutely a tough sell for any head coach at Arizona State right now when it comes to men's basketball to sell coming back for Jayden Quaintance. I think when we were talking, potential of like, hey, Koa Pete's going to be here. Imagine the 1-2 punch that you could have with these guys, two bigs. You got you think dominance, right? Realistically, between these two young kids, you both go pro, whatever. You could be maybe the greatest tandem that ASU basketball has ever seen. But now that's gone out the window. Josan Sandin's gone. No Koa Pete. He's at your rival. Jayden Quaintance, of course, still recovering from injury.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, first off, NIL is gonna play a part in it. But I think it realistically is gonna play less of a role than you think. Because we talk about this kid as a lottery pick, right? Assuming he's healthy. Let's assume the injuries and all that stuff we can write it off.
But okay.
A big assumption, agreed. But assuming you can write that off, this kid knows he's going to go make money in the NBA, right? Everybody does. You've seen what he's capable of when he is actually healthy. He was 17 years old, and he was one of the best defensive players in the country and the conference one of the best ASU shot blockers in the history of this program.
He's one of the best defensive players in the country from the moment he
At
stepped on the
17,
court. Yeah,
at the youngest player
game
in
one.
college basketball, 100%. So I think NIL is going to play less of a role. Of course, he's going to want to get paid, whatever. So you have to probably give him more than you were giving him last year, even with the whole injury circumstances. And like you said, I think you have to go to Jayden Quaintance with a plan of how you are going to improve his game. If he were 18 last year and could go out to this NBA draft, right? Realistically, he's not a lottery pick based off of what we saw this past year. There's not enough out there for him, especially on a losing team like Arizona State. I think Hurley needs to go to him with a plan saying, hey, we've got your point guards. We've got some wings around you. This whole system, this whole team is going to do everything to support you. Here are the keys to the program. You will go as far as you can take us.
Yeah.
I think you have to make him the face of Arizona State basketball. I know there were parts of it, right, of like, oh, look, like Jayden Quaintance, we got our 5-star, whatever. But you drive all around Phoenix, I see billboards, I see signs for other ASU basketball players.
Yeah.
I don't see Jayden Quaintance, right? And maybe that's a personal thing, a personal NIL thing, whatever. He needs to feel like he is the golden goose of this program. And if you don't make him feel like that, there are 100 other schools at this level that will most certainly do that and give him a bag.
Jayden Fortier mentioned.
I just said golden goose.
I can't not think. No, I think you're right. You have to sell him as the man, and JJ said we'll run the team through you, JQ. You will be the guy, and that might be what's best for his development. It might not be. It's up to him to really decide. I think where he goes to next is going to decide. Like, hey, like how do I want to develop as a player? Do I want to be the guy, or is that going to put
be the guy?
No, but like okay, everybody wants to be the guy, but am I in a position to where being the guy is actually beneficial to my game? Because there is an argument to saying, hey, we're going to put you in a position where you have to do too much, right?
Yeah.
Quaintance's best role in the NBA is not going to be a do-it-all guy, right? It's going to be defensive stalwart, and then hopefully he can extend his outside game a little bit, get some more touch, but then be an inside force, right? Those are your games. You're not going to be a creator. You're not going to be a passer.
I think he could be.
I think he could be in college, and I think maybe in the NBA, but he has such a long way to go that, yeah, he wants to develop that, but also the things that are going to get him drafted are the things that fit more into a team context. So we'll see. We'll have a lot of time to see what happens